literally do your research on non-Christian sources, regular, neutral sources, right? Bro, it is so many people that say Jesus Christ was condemned to be crucified outside of both of our books. So the question lies, like, bro, if the top seer says some prophets, whatever, were crucified, and Jesus' name is mentioned in the list with all of those prophets, right? I'm not saying that he was the one crucified. And you have multiple outside sources pointing to Jesus. Jesus was the one that was hanged to be crucified. Jesus was the one that was crucified for apostasy. Jesus was the one that was nailed to the, like, bro, who is?
I got you. I'll respond to both of you. That's a good point. I like that you mentioned the outside. I'll respond because this is a good question. I'll leave that at the end because I want to speak on it more.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna respond to it in my rebuttal right now, but I'm gonna leave it till last so I can touch upon it even more because I like that question. No problem. Let me just touch upon what David said first.
I actually freaking enjoyed this debate, boys. This is fun. Thank you guys for participating.
No problem, man. No problem. No, just to respond to what David said. First off, David, you need to go back to Arabic 1. Forget about English. Not only do you not know English, you don't know Arabic. Guys, now, did you guys hear him? He said the verse says there is a shabih. No, a shabih is adjective, which means an appearance of someone. The verse doesn't say shabih, you liar. It says shubbiha. Shubbiha is a verb. Shubbiha is a verb, which means to make look like. Please, bro, go. Like, forget about. I'm sorry. Forget about me telling you to go learn English. Go learn Arabic. Like your mother tongue language. Okay, the verse doesn't say shabih. It says shubbiha. Learn the difference. So when I say there's a shabih to me, I'm saying there's someone that looks like me. If I say shubbiha, I'm saying it made look like, or it looks like. If I say David, shubbiha to David that there's a table. It looked like to David that there's a table. Shabih is an adjective. Shubbiha is a verb. It's the verb afa shabih. Shubbiha is to make look like. Not. That's. Anyways, bro, this is a waste of time. Please, again, it's a problem.
You're right. We going back and forth.
I know, no, but that's what he said. He said he inserted.
Your top seer. Okay.
Joshua. The reason why I'm saying that is because he basically changed the word in the verse to shabih. When the verse says shubbiha, he changed it. Which is why I'm pointing that out.
I will prove it for you.
No, it's not. It's not your turn.
We will prove it. Go ahead.
Stay quiet, boy. Stay quiet. Okay. Anyways, so I said the verse in the Quran, nowhere does it say somebody was made to look like Jesus. Okay, it doesn't say that. You're putting that into the verse. The verse says, وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. It looked like as if it happened to them. What looked like as if it happened to them? The crucifixion of Christ. How did it look like? Finish the verse. Those who say he was crucified follow nothing but conjecture. So, what made it look like that he was crucified is the following of hearsay and conjecture. Okay? And that also answers Joshua's point. He's saying we have outside sources that state that the man was crucified. You don't need to say that. The Quran already says that. The Quran's only point is that people did say that. The Quran says that, but the Quran says those who say he was crucified follow nothing but conjecture.
Okay, wait.
And today, I'm going to let you respond. 1 second. I dare you bring me one authentic source right now of someone saying he was crucified. I will prove to you that it's hearsay right now. Go ahead, Joshua.
Bro, wait. You said it's in the Quran that multiple people are going to say that he was crucified, right? Okay.
No, the Quran says those who say he was crucified, those who say it follow nothing but hearsay. That's what the Quran says.
Follow nothing but hearsay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Chad. We're just gonna play questions real quick. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna use the chat. All right. So answer me. Let's talk logic for a quick second.
Let's talk logic.
All right. Will you ever type 1 in the chat if you will ever tell a lie, a white lie, to make yourself look good? Would you ever do that? Yeah, would you ever?
Listen, I'm going to speak on behalf of David. Absolutely, yes.
Okay, you would, right? You would tell a white lie to
on behalf of David, yes. David, okay. Definitely David would do that, yeah.
Okay. Come on, Chad. Can we be logical?
Okay, fine.
Bro, he was lying earlier when we were talking. He wouldn't pull up the whole
But listen, no, we're not even talking about the debate. No.
Can I approve it for him?
No. Wait.
He asked to prove it something for him.
I did not ask you to prove it.
Yeah, he said I am lying. Tafsir al-Tabari, he said someone of his apostles.
Wait, David.
Dude,
wait,
I already know that I'm gonna
Wait.
obliterate you on Tafsir al-Tabari.
Hold on. You guys can talk about that another chance. I just want you guys to hear me.
Gotcha. Go ahead, John.
Would you ever exaggerate anything to make yourself look good? A little white lie. Would you, yes or no?
Of course.
Me?
Of course. Everybody would do it. Right?
Yeah,
You would.
sure. Yeah.
Now, my question to you both is, will you ever lie to embarrass yourself? Yes or no?
No, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make no sense.
Exactly.
But what you see in the New Testament...
Unless you're
is-
mentally ill.
even worse. Yes. But what you see in the New Testament is men that had every single chance to not even be involved with the gospel, publicly embarrassing themselves in a time where a woman's testimony didn't matter anything to Jewish tradition. They have been telling testimonies on how they ran from the Messiah, the one that they literally was with each and every single day. They basically said that one of the apostles was called Satan. Like, who the heck would write that, right? Another one would sit there and say women were more braver than us because they stood by their Messiah at the point of the crucifixion. They suffered mutilating deaths because of something that they believed in. So my question to you is, how on earth are these men not telling the truth if they publicly lied? Publicly lied to everybody.
Question, I got you. Yeah. Okay. Can I answer now?
Of course. Yeah.
The only problem with this entire point is that you're presupposing that those men actually wrote this. That's the whole problem. Now I'll refute that. 1 second.
Wait, say that part again.
The whole problem with this whole point that you made is that you're presupposing that those men actually wrote that, which I'm about to disprove right now. I just need 2 minutes. Okay? If you're going to use the Gospels as evidence to prove the crucifixion, I can actually use them to disprove it.
I'm not using the Gospels to prove the evidence of anything. I'm just trying to be logical.
I mean, you just mentioned the woman that's in the Bible. You're using the Bible to prove it. Like, you're using... Okay, 1 second. That's too general. You're using words of when. Basically, you're using accounts of people in the Gospels to substantiate your belief. But the problem is... Here's the problem. That doesn't work, right? Because... Okay, so I'll just give you this one quote, right? So, here it is. Professor Dale Allison Jr. writes in his book, Jesus of Nazareth, Millenarian Prophets, on page 59, he says, on one hand, traditions that were originated with Jesus were reformulated, translated, modified through additions, and given new meanings through secondary context. So I can't really trust the biblical language in the crucifixion. In fact, do you know when the disciples preached that Jesus died and resurrected? Do you know that if you take this back into its original meaning, the original Israelites used to speak of dying and resurrecting when you come close to dying? Did you know that? Joshua, I don't know if you know that, but if you take this back into... Okay,
hear me out.
Okay, all right, you go.
Like, bro, like, we can... Let's put everything... Let's put the scriptures, let's put everything to the side.
Well, you're quoting the Bible as evidence.
Logically, the historical fact is proven that Apostle Paul was beheaded by Emperor Nero. John was found in the... John, like, lost his life in the...
You get that from the book of Acts and the Gospels. And
No, I actually researched this.
Joshua, again. But Joshua.
Why would
Joshua, but then what if I tell you, why would... 1 second, Joshua. But then I'll tell you, why would the Prophet Muhammad risk his life preaching a... Like, come on, bro. It's
a circular argument.
In fact, you've got groups in early Christianity that rejected the idea. So what do you have to say? Actually, Raymond Brown mentions a tradition that predates John. You just used John, didn't you? David, stay quiet, bro. Listen,
okay, you said I am liar that Tafsir didn't mention it to anyone crucified.
Wait.
Just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, Joshua.
I'm not giving you no minute. Let me finish.
So I can prove it for him from Tafsir. Someone he crucified on the wood of same Tafsir.
Bro, stay quiet.
He said no. He lied. He said no.
Stay quiet, bro. I will destroy you.
He just said no. The Tafsir said yes.
Al-Qurtubi was quoting narration which was not even authentic. Al-Qurtubi wasn't quoting.
His lie.
I will destroy you on Al-Qurtubi if you stay quiet.
No. I will destroy you. You destroy himself. There you go.
No. Because
Isa, Jesus, he talked with his...
Mute him.
Jesus, he talked with his student. He said, who will crucify the front of me?
Back your age, bro.
And someone, He crucified already.
I'm gonna mute you real quick, okay, brother? I'm gonna mute you.
Joshua, it's not fair.
Some respect.
I know.
That's not fair.
You're gonna get
He lied too much on me. He lied, but his tafsir, he said upside down.
Listen, bro, everybody's quiet, bro. Everybody knows what happened. Trust me.
I know the tafsir. I will after I'm done with the host. I read tafsir Ibn Kathir. I read tafsir al-Qurtubi. I read them all. He's gonna bring up Ibn Kathir al-Qurtubi quoting a narration from Ibn Abbas. Wallah. I swear. He's gonna bring. Just to tell you that
you and David could bang knuckles after this. I want you, tell me.
I got you. Let me go back to our discussion.
All of these outside sources, bro. You have evidence from tacticians, Pliny the Younger, Josephus, the Babylonian Talmud.
Good. Wait, stick.
Lucian.
You
have outside sources. Stop.
Pause. Did you guys hear that? Did you just quote Josephus? Thank you very much for proving the Quran's claim. Let me point something out. Josephus says, who is called Christ. So in this way, he was only repeating what other people said. Josephus is not an eyewitness. He's only repeating what he was told. Now, Josephus himself never accepted Christianity. That goes to tell you that if he had seen all those magical signs and wonders of the apostles he had done, he still rejected Christianity. He even became a pagan a year later. Now, why am I pointing this out? I'll tell you why. Because after witnessing all of those alleged signs, he became a pagan and he rejected Jesus and he believed Christ is a false Messiah. Why am I pointing this out? Because if you go to Josephus' letter where he talks about the Messiah, Jesus, he calls him a wise man. Now, can you guys imagine a Jew calling a false Messiah, a wise man? Now, that actually, that's one point. That actually raised in front of scholars, what's it called? They doubted Josephus' letter about Christ's death. Do you know why? Because historically speaking, the first person to ever quote Josephus in Christendom is Eusebius in the 4th century. 4 centuries after Josephus, though there were church fathers before Eusebius who never quoted that forgery in Josephus. And this is why Eusebius, he was very known to forge stuff. He was, by majority of scholars, the one accused of forging that passage of Josephus. What does the Quran say? They follow nothing but hearsay, nothing but conjecture. You proved my point. You quoted Josephus. You thought Josephus said that because that's what you heard when it was actually a forged passage of Josephus.
No.
And Josephus is not an eyewitness.
I didn't use him as
you proved my point. Thank you very much. Thank you, host. Appreciate that. Next person, who said he was crucified? Give me an outside source.
Listen, bro. It said outside sources like the Babylonian Talmud.
Josephus he's a Jew. He's an outside source.
Listen, bro.
Actually, do you know Romans? Romans were known to keep an account of every person they crucified. I challenge the host. There's not a single Roman account of a man named Jesus being crucified. I challenge you. Show me that. Doesn't exist.
Damn. Josh, we were supposed to debate this topic, bro.
Hold on. You said you wanted a Roman account saying
there's not a single Roman account of any Roman. Actually, one was forged about Pontius Pilate. That's been refuted. I've got the scholars. But other than that, there is not a single Roman account of Romans keeping an account of, because Romans were known for keeping people that they crucified. Not a single Roman account ever states that the man was crucified. Josephus was forgery. What else you've got?
Okay.
Nothing. What does the Quran say? They follow nothing but hearsay. Everything you bring to the table, I'll prove to you that it's hearsay. Bring it to me today, right now.
Hold on.
I'll end this debate right now. Bring it to me. Go. Give me next person.
Hold on. I wanna confirm that this man was a Roman. Hold on, and I'll give you the information.
I got you. Who? Give me the name. I know all of them. Give me the name.
Okay, hold on.
Just give me the name. Give me the name. What's the name?
No. I want to see with my own eyes. Hold on.
Okay, I got you. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay. Hold on.
There's people in the comments telling you to use Tacitus. Search that person up.
I believe. It looks like. Is this Paulus Erosius? Paulus Erosius looks like he was a Roman. Huh. What about Julius? Yeah, Paulus Erosius and Julius Africanus.
But one second. But even pause. First off, guys, can you repeat the names? Do you know who they are? Repeat that again.
Paulus Erosius.
Okay. Do you know those people were actually saying that out of mockery? That's the same thing Galatians did. Christians, please know what you're quoting. Some historian emperors like Claudius and Julius and all those were speaking about the crucifixion out of mockery, mocking the Christian belief. They're not eyewitnesses. They don't believe Christ died. I don't care what they believe. They're only saying that, like, come on, bro.
Jesus voluntarily gave himself over to the passion, but through the impiety of the Jews was apprehended and nailed to the cross. And as a very great earthquake took place throughout the world, rocks upon mountains were split.
Joshua,
And
is that eyewitness accounts?
Hold on. You said you don't have not one Roman documentation that talks about his death, and this is it. Large cities fell by extraordinary violence, and also on the same day, also at the 6th hour, just like the Bible says, of the day, the sun was entirely obscured, and a loathsome night was suddenly overshadowed the land. As it was said, the impious age feared eternal night. Moreover, it was quite clear that neither the moon nor the clouds stood in the way of the light of the sun, so that it is reported that on that day, the moon being 14 days old, confirming the day of Nisan, in which Jesus died, with the entire region of the heavens thrown in between, was farthest from the sight of the sun, and the stars throughout the entire sky shone. Then in the hours of the day, or rather in that terrible night, to this, not only the authorities of the Holy Gospels attest, but even some books of the Greeks. That does not sound like mockery at all.
Thank you, Joshua. Thank you very much. Joshua, thank you very much. You have completely proved my point when you finish the reading. First off, guys, what you're quoting is not eyewitness.
He said to this, not only
let me finish.
the authority of the Holy Gospels test.
Let me finish.
That doesn't sound like mockery, bro.
Let me just finish. I wasn't speaking that. No, I was talking about Lashes that was doing mockery. Anyways.
Okay.
Joshua, can I finish it my topic? And then we jump out. Can I finish it my topic?
Don't stay quiet.
Don't scare. Let finish it my topic, because you talk with him 2 hours, right? And you give me chance to finish my topic, right, Joshua?
Yeah, good.
Don't cry. So don't cry, Chad. Don't cry.
David, go get a life.
Don't cry. So let me finish my topic and finish you. Let me finish you.
Stay quiet, bro.
So I accept. Don't cry. Stop crying. Okay. So first of all, brothers and sisters, Central Dawa he made a claim. If we prove it, Jesus Christ crucified.
Let's hear the claim.
He made a claim. If we prove it, Jesus. Why are you crying, guys? Calm down.
I made the claim that if you can prove Jesus Christ
was crucified, Joshua, can you control him? I have to talk.
Hold up.
Bro, let me respond to the host.
I have to talk, please. It's my chance. It's my topic, right?
You can come in.
So because I accept central claim.
Hear me out, David. Dude, one more time. He's going to respond, and then you got the floor.
I'm going to respond to him, and then you can...
Let him respond to me. Let him say whatever he wants to say.
I don't want him to make a claim and then jump off. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Now, you actually proved my point, Joshua, because... First off, I asked you, I don't think you know what a Roman account is. It's not a Roman saying. Tacitus said the same thing, and E.P. Sanders in his book mentions Tacitus was only repeating what the people at the time told him. So, anyways, go back to what I was saying.
Wait, what did you just say?
So I said a Roman account is not a Roman a century later saying that the man died. That's not a Roman account.
It's documented evidence.
Tacitus says the same thing, and E.P. Sanders in his book, I've seen some people put him in the comments. E.P. Sanders in his book mentions that what Tacitus relates about the crucifixion was only based on what Christians at the time told him. So what does the Quran say? They follow nothing but hearsay. Thank you very much. Second point is you actually proved my point. Joshua, in the letter you read, can you finish that first point? Can you read that last part again?
It says...
It's confirmed by what? The Gospels and Greek writings. So... the source you quoted is not it's not a primary source. It's quoting a different source. It's quoting the Gospels and Greek writings. So they're following what they were told. Hearsay.
No, it's a source. It's a source analyzing the situation and confirming, like, wait a minute, this stuff is true, just like all the other books are true.
Okay,
but fine. You reply to my thing. Let Chad go in and
let David now go on.
Let David go in and say his thing.
Yeah, go ahead, David. Now you can speak.
And before David even comes in, I'm telling you that Roman document was validating all of the sources, especially the sources in the Bible.
Or it was
validating it.
Or you quoted it was only quoting sayings of Greeks and Roman in Gospels. You said that.
Validating what the Gospels and the Greek books said.
Someone validating was not, so a non-eyewitness account is validating what he heard from Gospels and Greek writings. That sounds like
a non-eyewitness account, bro. First of all, there's Phlegon of Tralles that was an eyewitness account that witnessed the earthquake. But that's
really.
Yes,
One second.
that's another.
No, that's 1 second. We're talking about Jesus being crucified.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
that,
so
that
we're not talking about
earthquake
an earthquake.
and the sun going dark from the 6th to the 9th hour, that happened while he was on the cross.
That's not proof that Christ was crucified. Actually, we'll go by David's theory. Somebody was replaced, so that could have been that someone.
All right, go ahead, David, you got it. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead, David.
So
David,
please chat, you and Central, please mute your mic and don't cry when I'm talking. Please don't cut me off.
I know you ain't speaking, bro.